Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. It's Monday, I've got a day off work. Yeah, weather at the moment is quite nice today. The weather recently has been terrible on the night. I think we've been getting down to around 6-7 degrees, something like that on the night. Not great temperatures in the day, apart from last night, which I couldn't believe. It was around 13 or 14 in the night. So the temperatures have really gone up a bit. Busyley's found something to look at over there. Yeah, so at the moment I think we're about 13 or 14 air temperature, which has taken the pond up to around 13 again, so which is absolutely fantastic. I think I've dropped to about 11 and a half, something like that, as it's lowest at the moment. But that's gone back up to 13, so the fish are a little bit more active again at the moment, which is absolutely great. But we have had a lot of wind, especially yesterday. We catch the tail end of that storm. As you can see, I've put a board across the covers just to stop them lifting up, which it has done a little bit. Didn't want them banging around and scaring the fish. And that's a lovely picture you've got there. That might go on the outtake reel, who knows. But yeah. Boards are on. As you see, it's a bit windy, so it may affect the sound. So I'll be back within a sec. Yeah, so I just go and clean that little present up from Bisley. I think he was criticising my filming. Yeah, so a couple of little jobs to finish off for my winter prep I need to get done. One of them is in here. I need to lag the pipes in there. Don't you remember I said on one of the previous videos, I said last year I got some rock wall loft insulation and put that in there. It did the job, it was great, really did keep the warmth in there, but it was a right nightmare to clear up afterwards, because it does itch a bit. It's not the best things to do, and it's very flaky and falls apart very easy. So what I have bought this year, I did look in some other loft insulations and various things, jackets and stuff, but the one I actually ordered didn't actually turn up. They let me down. They said it was being delivered and never turned up, and then they said it was out of stock. So I've been to one of the local DIY stores and bought some different loft insulation. It's actually made from 100% recycled plastic, so it doesn't irritate, it's not irritant like that, and it's waterproof, so it doesn't go all soggy and if it does get damp in there. So that's what I'm going to use this year. The other job is on my main inlet from the filter, which is my I think it's 3-inch pipe. I want to put a 3-inch rubber elbow on that, so it's actually going into the water. So that was, if it does get cold between the covers, it'll just keep a little bit more heat in there and retain a bit more heat. So that's a couple of jobs for today what I need to do. So we'll get on with them and then we'll have a look at the fish in a bit. Okay, so got the covers off. I'll show you in here in a bit what I do, but this is a stuff called I'm not sure how you say it, Diol recycled plastic loft insulation, itch free, made from recycled plastic bottles. I don't know how long this roll is, 6 meters. Sorry if you can hear the wind, it's quite gone, the wind has picked up quite a fair bit today. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around my pipe work, get out the plastic without it blowing everywhere. There you go. As you see, it is quite thick stuff, but it is itch free. So I'm going to rip it. It's easy enough to tear. I'm going to tear a piece off, a little piece like that. As you can probably see, it's fairly thick, and I'm going to stick this down here. Get some more. Just giving it a bit of protection around the pipe work. Hopefully with this next year I can bag it all back up and reuse it. If not, it's cheap enough, I'll just buy another roll for next year. Okay guys, there it is, all wrapped up. It's not the prettiest of things, but it's insulated. This pipe down here, I don't need to wrap that one up. That's just my air pipe to my bottom drain. As you can see down here, I've insulated right down all the way up over the top. I say it's not the prettiest. If I can get it to focus. There you go. It's not the prettiest, but it's in, and it's better than the stuff I had last year. In fact, you know, this is some of the stuff I had last year. Look, not very nice stuff at all, this stuff. So yeah, that's going to be better. If we can use it again, use it, but that will keep it nice and warm for the winter. Fantastic. Yeah, oh well. I thought I had a rubber boot to fit that. I thought I had somewhere in the filter house. I must have used it somewhere else on the pond, or I've misplaced it. So I'll have to buy another one. So I can't do that at the moment. But while the covers are up, I can bit of food. And what I'm going to do, I want to do a water test. So I can bit of food first. I've still got my trickling system going at the moment. Well, I have it all year. I have loaded it down, as I said, to approximately 10% a week now. That's all it's doing, but I do still like to keep up with my water tests, so I am going to do a water test. So let me get my thing out, my little tub. So I only use this one for water tests, that's why I put test on it. There's nothing else, brand new water test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quick spill in pond water just to get the contaminants out, and I want to put it under the water and put the lid on underwater. The reason I do that, it just stops getting any contaminants off the actual surface. So all that's there is actually pond water, nothing off the surface is going into that. So I won't be doing it out here, it's a bit windy and a bit tight in the shed, so I'll be taking it inside and I can do my tests inside. Okay guys, so inside now, doing tests, my water test. It's a bit warmer than it is outside at the moment, so I'm rather happy. I've had a quick coffee and I'm absolutely lovely now. This is the test kit I use, the NT Labs Pond Lab 200. It gives you approximately about 200 tests on that. Very good kit, very happy with it. I must say the only thing I don't like about this kit is the actual test tubes. They've got a line for your 5mm and 10mm. They're fine when they're empty, but as soon as you start putting water in, they are awkward to see. I have got another test kit I actually use for my aquarium. Periodically I will test the pond water with that kit as well. But with that one, they've had the actual test tubes. We've got little black lines around it. Actually a black line, much easier to see. I do like them test tubes, but it's a very good kit. But as I said, I do use that test kit periodically, and I'll test the pond water with that, because I have seen online people having their readings going all over the place and they can't understand what's going on with the pond. And what it is the test kit. They can go out of date and give you false readings sometimes, so I do like to compare it against them, each other, and so far never had a problem. They've both been about right, both been about the same, but this one actually expires middle of next year for that one, the expiry date, but I think they can be used longer than the expiry date. But as I said, I do test with the two. I think that one's an API Masters kit, but so for the aquarium I use, but for the pond, this one, and I'm more than happy with it. I've already done my KH and my GH, because these can go on a bit. You've got to put, I think this one you put one drop in, shake it, then you've got to drop and shake, drop and shake, drop and shake until it changes colour. And the KH is actually spot on. it says it needs to be about 107 parts per million, and I'm at 106.8, so that's actually spot on with that one. My GH, it says it needs to be 141 is ideal, but I do live in a hard water area, so it was a little bit higher at I think that's 206 or 207, somewhere around there. It's a little bit higher, but it is a very hard water area, but it's absolutely fine. The fish are used to that, the hard water in the pond, never have a problem with it. So that's that one. So we'll get on with the other ones and see how we get on. What I use to fill my test tubes is a little syringe. I think this one can go up to the 10 ml on this one. So I've got my test water, my pond water out the pond, obviously. So I'm going to get 5 ml, pull the syringe up for 5 ml. And there. I want to put this one and my ammonia. So I'll do the ammonia first. So that should be 5 ml. And this one's got 3 bottles. Just confirm it. Let's make sure I get it right. 5 of each, 5 drops of each, and then I shake. So pot number 1. Turn it fully up, and it gets any air bubbles out, and drop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then number 2. Again, fully invert it, get any air out of it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You must be very careful how you squeeze these, because they can come out quite quick on that. And the last one, again 5 on this. Okay, that's all the drops in. I'm now going to put the lid on and shake it, and this needs a 10-minute timer. So I'll set the timer. Set a 10-minute ammonia timer. Ammonia timer, 10 minutes, starting now. So I'll come back to that one in 10 minutes. So while that one's doing, I'll do my nitrate. That's only a 2-minute one. Again, 5 ml. And again, 5 drops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And again, quick shake and set another timer. Set a nitrite timer for 2 minutes. Nitrite timer, 2 minutes, starting now. Moving on. To the nitrate. And 2 bottles this time, and I think these are 6. Yeah. So unfortunately I've got to shake this for at least 30 seconds. So probably have to cut back to me when I finish shaking. Okay, that's all shook up. Some by Elvis Presley. The lid don't want to come off this one. That's it. Let's confirm it is 6. Yep. And this one again, this takes 10 minutes, this one. So
Your nitrate timer is up.
Nitrate, absolutely clear, as you can see, perfect for that one. So nitrate, absolutely spot on, which is 0. Set a 10-minute nitrate timer.
Second timer, 10 minutes, starting now.
Perfect. And the last one to check is the pH. All the other timers are going on the other ones. And again, 5 drops, and this should turn instantly, I hope. I'm hoping this will be a yellow or a green. You can see that's between the two. That's a yellowy green, so that's about 7.5, which is absolutely perfect for the pH. Factors here, it's hard to see if you can see the colour of that. It's hard to tell if that's in this light. I think it's more yellow, so between 7 and 7.5. So that's absolutely spot on for that one. So we'll be back in a minute when this first timer's up, which will be the ammonia. See you in a minute. Okay, so my ammonia timer's just gone off, and as you can see, hopefully you can pick it up on that, lovely in yellow, which on the box is 0. So I've got 0 ammonia in the pond, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I know the fish aren't eating as much this time of year, so they're not producing as much ammonia. Even when they stop feeding, if the weather really drops and I do stop feeding, they will still produce ammonia. They produce that 365 days of the year because they're absorbing water. They drink through their gills and things like that, so they're still producing waste, and they will produce a little bit of ammonia. But at the moment, at 0, which is absolutely fantastic. Just waiting for my nitrate, which at the moment is only probably about another 3 minutes on that. But that's looking good at the moment. Still clear. That hasn't gone up yet, so looking good on that. But back with you in a minute. Okay, so that's the last time I've gone off for the nitrate, which is this one. And as you can see, I think that shows up as awkward telling in the sight, but that's perfectly clear. So that's virtually 0. It is 0, so absolutely more than happy with that. So goes from again. Ammonia is at 0, nitrite at 0, nitrate at 0, pH. Let's check it again. Was about 7.3 to 7.4 on that, which is absolutely perfect. KH is spot on, and my GH is very slightly higher than it recommends, but I am in a hard water area, but the fish are more than happy with it, so really happy with that. So yeah, very happy with Pond Lab 200. NT Lab's really good test kit. As I said, I do use another one, and I periodically test my pond water just to compare it to make sure everything's fine on that. One thing I will say, if you can look, it is only a flimsy cardboard box. Luckily this one's in pretty good condition at the moment. Don't know how long that's going to last. So what I will say, a YouTube mate of mine, James, he actually made a little rack for this out of wood, and he's varnished it up and stained it, done an absolutely cracking job. So I'm actually thinking of doing one of them next year. So pop over to his channel, James the Coal Whisperer, and check out the rack he made. Done a cracking job on that. Job's a good one. Yeah, so one thing I will say is I do carry on with my water tests throughout the year, all through the winter. As you probably know, I do have pond covers on my pond, but there is gaps in the pond covers to let for gassing off, so rainwater can still get in. And as you know, rainwater contains contaminants and all sorts of things. So yeah, rainwater still gets in, so it can alter the parameters of your water. So I do continue to do these throughout the winter. So it's basically all year round. I continue to do them. And as I said, this is a really good one for that. Another job I do need to do, I have had a delivery yesterday, because I did run out. my Mediclay. I do love my Mediclay. I really love this stuff. I did give some away in my 500 sub giveaway. Congratulations again to all the winners on that. I normally buy it in a 1.5 kilo packet. That's what I've been buying recently, but I looked into it, and for the price of this, it's well worth it. If you are going to use pond clay, I'd recommend going the 5 kilo tub. You get a lot more better value for money. You probably get it, I don't know, a good kilo and a bit maybe free if you're buying the 1.5 kilos. So that's what I'm going to use. I'll do that probably the weekend now. So that will go in the weekend. I'll do it slightly different, whether you've seen it or not. I'll show you again how I put it in and how I mix it. And I will be using my my sock trick, and again I'll show you that again a little bit on that. Helps clear it up and get the rubbish out of the pond. So that's it for now. I'm gonna have a little snack, something to eat, and I'll be back with you in a bit. Okay guys, so that's more or less the end of my winter prep. I've just got that elbow to sort out. Once that's done, hopefully that's the end of my winter prep for now. I don't know if that's going to actually make any difference to it. It's just something I've done since I've had the pond. I've always put it on there. Whether it makes any difference or not, I don't know, but it's just something I like to do. So yeah, all that's done. So a pipe worker lagged up, done a mid test, got the pipe to do, the elbow, and I think that's about it for now. So by the time you see this, there is the government's imposed more restrictions to do with COVID and lockdowns coming up. So by the time you see this, we'll probably already started a lockdown. So please be safe, stay safe. Please like, share and subscribe. Ring that little bell, and I'll see you on the next one.